There's a place in Denver, Colorado that's known as Riverdale Road, and it is probably one of the most haunted roads in America. It's known from everything from demons to skinwalkers to ghosts. This is one road I would not want to drive alone at night. Now, this story comes from a young man named Kevin who lived in Denver for a few years. He said one night he just was bored and he decided he was just going to drive around town. So he gets in his car and he doesn't really have a particular destination. He just figured, he would let the night take him where he would drive to. So as he's driving, he just would get this feeling like I should turn this way, I should take this exit, I should head in this direction. And it leads him to Riverdale Road. So as he's driving down Riverdale, he gets to this part where there is train tracks. And he just starts getting this weird, creepy feeling like something is watching him. And part of him wants to find the nearest road he can turn off onto and get off this road. But something is intriguing to him and makes him want to stay on this road. So as he's driving, all of a sudden, his radio turns on by itself. And the song Imagine Dragons, Demons starts playing by itself. And he turns the radio off, but the radio continues to play. And so he starts, kind of banging on what's going on with what's happening with the CD player. And finally, it turns off. So he thinks, okay, maybe there's some kind of electrical problems or something. But he keeps on driving. Well, all of a sudden, he starts to get that feeling once again, like he's being watched. And he feels like there's someone sitting in the back seat. When he turns around and looks, he can see two red eyes staring at him from the back seat. He can't see a body, he can't see a person. It's just completely dark. And there's two red eyes staring at him. So Kevin is just kind of, at this point, freaked out and doesn't know what to do. And he keeps looking back and the eyes are still there. So he starts talking to these eyes and he says, look, I don't know who you are or what you want from me. I'm sorry I came on this road. I'll get off if you want. And he looks back again and boom, the eyes are gone. There's no one back there. So Kevin, is like, it's time to get off this road. But as he kept driving, he would turn off onto a street and he would find himself back on Riverdale Road. And no matter how many times he turned or where he exited, he couldn't get off this road. So he pulls over and he gets on his cell phone and he starts trying to call his friend to see, if he could come meet him there and help him figure out how to get off this road. But his phone isn't working. And he's getting no service, which he thinks is weird because most places in Denver, he gets service and he never had an issue with his phone. So as he's sitting there in his phone, he all of a sudden sees a shadow out of the corner of his eye. And a man walks up to the side of his car. And he can't see his face. He can't see the upper part of him because he's, standing up over the car. But the man bends down and he looks into the window. And he can see the man has red eyes. And this just pale face. And the man touches the window. And all of a sudden, he could see smoke coming from this guy's hand as he touches the window. And so Kevin just slams on the gas and just starts, speeding off down the road. And he remembers this prayer that his mom taught him when he was younger. And he starts saying this prayer over and over again. And finally he sees a road he could turn onto. And he turns off onto this road. And he manages to get off of Riverdale Road. And he said he will never drive on that road or near that road ever again.